for our agenda work session on March 10th, 2016. Just a few minutes late getting in here. We had a little workshop with the city of Ridgeside to talk about the fire and police contract. No action taken, no deliberations took place, just informational stuff, updated numbers and whatnot. So, Janet, if we could have the roll call, please.
Mayor Lambert.
Here.
Vice Mayor Bradley.
Here.
Councilmember Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Meyer.
Here.
Councilmember Smith.
Here.
Manager Williams.
Here.
It looks like potentially there is no old business. There are a few items of new business and a number of ordinance regarding a budget amendment.
This will, end up on the side about financing. If we do any deal, we're gonna need to amend the budget to reflect it. And also, this is when I wanna really start looking at if there's anywhere we may have a potential of going over in some departments. So we may be moving money from one department to another.
Well, I think the financing part of that is something we're going to talk about during the regular council meeting in regard to the phase 2 of the Exit 1 road construction project. So that discussion is coming. We will hit that. All right. Item B, an unnumbered resolution regarding 2016 audit.
Yes, sir. I know it seems like we just did the audit. I feel like I'm always doing the audit. But this will be getting us ready to do the 2016 audit. And so I had requested, Jason and them to submit a proposal for us. So we should have that for you at the next meeting because we have to get it to the state before June 30th.
Okay. It looks like there would be a discussion of a donation to the police department as well. Chief Reed?
Mayor, Council, as y'all probably realize, I'm pretty diligent about trying to find money for the department for different things. After the first of the year, I'm trying to move some vehicles out of the impound that have been in there quite a bit for a while in preparations to try to move toward purchasing the K9. Because if you remember, Ringo passed away on us in May of 14. During that time, talked to a lot of people about donations, and Elks Lodge, number 91, and I got serious. Serious enough that they're trying to prepare and put everything together due to their budget of their lodge, which is the end of this month, 1st of April. But they're trying to put together funding enough to give the East Ridge Police Department a donation of $10,500 for the purchase of a new K9 and ballistic vest. It's just at this point, it's still in their proceedings, so it's not finalized yet. But I wanted to make the council aware of this donation and what it would be earmarked for. Hopefully, if everything moves in the right direction, I'm thinking that maybe the first council meeting in April, I'll be able to bring you some good news and maybe have a resolution.
You say that was for a vest?
A ballistic vest for the dog. Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Oh, did we not, now, I'm not sure of this, maybe you can answer it for me. Did we not have a grant come up not too long ago? Somebody want to donate us a K9, we gonna cost us nothing?
We were working on some grants, but this came up in the meantime. And where we're looking at wanting to get the dog is here locally. When I say locally, out in Tennessee. It's just a couple hours drive from here. So if we had a problem with a dog, if we accept a grant from, say, outside the state, and there's a problem with that dog, then we're gonna have to take that dog back to that specific kennel. If it's in Illinois, then we're gonna be traveling to Illinois. If it's it's 2 hours up the road, it makes better sense to go right up the road in Loudon, Tennessee, and get with that hand or that canine service.
What was the grant coming to Columbus when it cost anything?
We were looking at one in Texas.
I guess.
Texas.
But I know that understood it. No, I mean, what you said something to me about it.
Yeah.
But anyhow, there's a grant we got, we're gonna cost the city, we treated it from Farmers Canine, we're gonna cost us anything.
If we'd had to go to Texas, and that's where that dog would have been trained out of, and if there possibly would have been a problem, we might have to go back with it. For instance, we had a health issue, we got the dog, and 6, 8 months later, it winds up having a health issue. With this program we're looking at, we'll go 2 hours up the road.
Thank you, sir. One more thing, you don't have to do with canine, but I've asked a question, I think.
Okay.
How far we're along having all the boxes looking like?
We're where we're going to be at until next budget. I'm not going to be putting any more lights on any more boxes at this point.
Well, what I'm asking, how long is it gonna be when all of us like now?
Well, 2 of them do look alike with the updated new equipment. The other bikes that we have the old equipment on, there's nothing wrong with that equipment. There's no reason at this point to change anything. So they're going to be a little different on the engine guard lights only. Other than that, everything else is the same.
Two of them I think I looked at, maybe you correct me if I'm wrong, 2 of them I looked at has the side lights shining out to the side.
That's the engine guard lights. Yes, that's correct. Yeah,
I didn't know what you call them, I just call them lights, so I didn't,
No, those 2 lights, we're not using those anymore. When we do upgrade at that point, they'll go to the lights that we have now in the new packages, which is on the Fords. But right now, those lights are still functional. There's nothing wrong with them. So,
Okay. One more thing, and I'll let you go. Not halfway on the spot. Do we have state tags on our motorcycle now, or do we just have regular tags?
we just have regular tags.
How come?
Well, since we went through Knoxville, or excuse me, when we went through Bumpus, we let them handle all the tagging of the motorcycles, and they've done that. We could have went and got government tags or had transferred our government tags over, but since they handled all of it, we just let it handle.
That means that, do we, like we got the government tags, do we have to renew them every year? The government tags? I know we do the regular tags, I don't know about the government tags, that's right.
Yeah, we don't renew government tags now.
That's the reason I wanted, I figured we'd be better off without the government tags on it, that way we wouldn't have to.
What we might do is, since everything was done all at one time, is at the renewal, we might can see if we can get the tags changed or transfer our old tags to those new bikes.
Yeah, but I think that way, we have other bikes, I've seen, matter of fact, I've seen one in, it's red light, it's decked out the same like ours is.
Yeah, there's a lot of people trying to copy us.
And, a matter of fact, I got a neighbor down the street, he's got one just like that.
The city of Chattanooga, supposedly, they're getting ready to order a few new bikes,
And
and
they get the same thing.
they're going to order but it's not the Houston color scheme, but it is a black and white color scheme.
That's the reason I figured if we put the government tax on there, that way, if, say you pull somebody over and somebody's sitting behind you, they'll say, well, that's not really a police, because you got government tax on the motorcycle. And the way people got nowadays, what they might, you know, gotta do. But if you got the government tax, that takes it off, protects you or who's riding the bikes. That's my main concern. I've got no driver's license tag, that's my main concern, we need to have the government tags on it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chief. Item D is something I asked to have placed on this work session. I'm on the board of the Chattanooga Region Talent Dividend Initiative, which is basically an effort to try to get folks to complete their degrees. Maybe they've gone to Chattanooga State for a semester or 2 semesters or wherever and they didn't finish. This initiative seeks to encourage, find ways to educate people about the options that are available to them, such as now Reconnect Tennessee, which Governor Haslam has introduced. Anyway, along those lines, the city of East Ridge has a tuition reimbursement program. We've got that on the books. I think it's a good thing to have. One thing that I don't believe we have is a set policy for folks who are employees of the city of East Ridge who attain their degrees while working for the city of East Ridge. And what does that translate into in terms of benefit to them? And so what I've passed around to everyone is just a proposal of what we could do, a little program that would encourage, and I don't know if we would have any takers, we may have several, I don't know. But basically, provide them an opportunity to get a little bump in pay with attaining a degree. And again, it could be if they start from square one and go all the way through, or again, if there's someone who has a little bit of college but never finished that degree, I think we can encourage them to go ahead and finish that degree. It makes us a stronger organization, and it helps them personally. And so I would like to see us adopt something like this as we go forward. And there are going to be other things that I bring to you that are related to this, but this is just the first thing that I would like for council to consider. That it's not going to be something, obviously, tonight, but something I want you to think about as we go forward. Do we? Okay. Go ahead.
Question I got is,
Yes.
you got directly related to, unrelated to,
Yes.
okay, directly related to me, if she wants to go get another master's degree in math, something like that, okay? And I thought our educational program had to be related to the job within the city, that we did not give money for unrelated.
I think the reimbursement program does, yes. But as far as getting a bump in pay, it would not necessarily have to. You would get a bigger bump in pay that is related.
Yeah, but I thought our reimbursement was related to
It is. The reimbursement is tied directly to what?
what they do for the city now.
Right.
Right.
Anyway, just, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right, what if we got, some people don't want to go into it, is that gonna hurt them?
No, absolutely not. There's no obligation to do this. Again, I just thought it would be good to
It's a good idea.
kind of put it out there, and again, it just something to think about. Something to think about. So, all right, I understand that we have an executive session. Okay. Okay. We don't have an executive session. Okay. So, I think we're good. I'm going to go around the horn here and see if anybody has anything else. Mr. Mann?
Not this time, sir.
Mr. Sewell? Nothing this morning. Mr. Kent?
Yes, sir, I talked to Matt Woods today down at the park, and he says that they are 98% finished with all the dirt work down there, and they should be out of there probably a day or two on the dirt work. And then I asked him about the asphalt around the bridge, inside the park and outside the park, the 4-lane.
Yes.
And he said that they were responsible for taking care of that. And they assured me that they would take care of that as soon as everything got taken care of down on the other end.
Right.
And then the pavilion down there is being finished here within the next 2 weeks. And also, I also asked him about the bathroom that they were painting, and the paint went off the wall.
Right.
And he said he was waiting to get the information from Mr. Martin to find out if he's got the roof put on it, or it do good.
That's the one down at the other end, right?
Yeah, the one that's
That's
soccer
toward-
field.
toward
The metal has been ordered for that, and they're ready to, put that on there, and then they'll be ready to go as far as that goes. I do want to, Bill and I rode around the park today, down to the side towards the creek. There's kind of a messy area down there with some trees that should have been taken down during this that were not, and I am going to try to find them tomorrow and ask them about that. But as I left the park, they were spraying down the straw. They had already put the fertilizer down. They've already put the seed down out there. And I think it's, if we ever get, when it ever comes up, it's going to look good.
Yeah, he assured me that anything you seen down there that you thought might need to be taken care of, like,
And I appreciate that, Councilman.
all right.
Yes.
Did you get that back?
No, sir, I tried to put it in work.
I do not want you to get that back.
Mr. Gray?
I have nothing at this time, thanks.
All right, well, we've got about 5 minutes before our regular meeting starts. And I know most of us came directly over from the workshop, so it may be good to have a 5-minute break.